We love I'm Not Pretty.
Thank you. Thank you so, so much.
It's so good. Actually, just before we got on this chat, I was playing it here in the studio, and I heard that the way that you wrote this song was just really natural and kind of unique. Can you tell us the story?
I posted like just a little snippet of a song or of like the hook, and it started blowing up on TikTok. And then Elijah Woods, who I've been like in love with for too many years, just like started producing it, and I hadn't written the verses or anything else other than just that hook. And then I was like, oh my goodness, like the pressure's on. Now I need to like write the rest of this. And yeah, we ended up writing it in like 48 hours. And then like 3 days later, we released it. It was just like a wild, like, just go get this out as soon as possible kind of thing.
That's incredible. And I find the way that it works on TikTok, it can end up being really interesting because you see so many different people's perspectives of what your words are.
Completely.
But yesterday, your video, your treatment of the song, it dropped. I watched it. Video is so cool. I would love for you to take us through the vision that you have for that video.
I just like let my like, creativity and wildest dreams just fly. And it was so, so fun. Oh my goodness. It was loosely based off of, I don't know if I can say this, but it's a Roald Dahl book that rhymes with like Mames in the Mayan Meech.
I
so I hope you were able
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, so it was inspired by that, and I just thought like it would be really cool to, I don't know, whenever you're like not feeling your best, you're like, I just wish that I could escape to somewhere that like I just felt okay with being myself. And so in the whole peach land and just kind of integrating that together, that like I escaped to this world where like you could be whoever you wanted to be and be completely fine, and it was just like free of judgment. And so that's kind of where it came from.
How do you feel that the video and the vision that you had for that relates to the lyrics in the song?
I didn't want it to just all be very, very much like very heavy. I wanted to bring this fun lightness to it, but it also, because I find that the verses are very heavy. Like we're talking about eating disorders and not wanting to be called beautiful and having that as just like a band-aid. And so it was just a place where these are all of the thoughts that you have in your head of just like not wanting to be called beautiful and all these things. And so Peachland is kind of like the representation of like liberating yourself from it. And I find that that song, I'm Not Pretty, it's definitely liberated a lot of people from feeling not good enough and not pretty.
When you put that message out, what have you received back from listeners or fans of yours?
It's overwhelming, the amount of positivity. Like everyone is hyping me up so much, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm just this little girl from like Vancouver, like what is this? But it's such a beautiful community. I went live for like a couple hours with everybody just to celebrate the release of the launch of the music video, and it was just so positive. Like everyone has been kind of like on this journey with me, and they feel like they've been with me since day one. And I love that it's just created this amazing community where everyone's hyping themselves up and everyone's just feeling great about their bodies and able to eat meals and not feel guilty about it. And it's just been so positive.
How has that helped you?
I think finally I'm accepting my body for how it is, and I'm not trying to hide it. Like I remember all of my previous photo shoots and things, I've always been like hiding my belly and not wanting to really admit that it's part of my body. And it's sad because it is, and I've put my body through so many things and it does so much for me that I should show it love. And I think that finally just accepting and being like, you know what, I do have a belly and I do have a bum has made it just okay, I guess. And I'm able to like smile at myself and love myself. So it's affected a lot of other people, but it's definitely working its magic on me as well.
I feel like as a music fan personally, I have seen artistry for women just shift so much from like the 90s, 2000s, 2010s to now. I think before we had a really specific idea of what it meant to be a pop star and a specific message. Do you notice that change too?
Completely. I mean, I grew up on like, I don't want to like bash anybody because they're beautiful women and they've given me so much inspiration, but like the Britney Spearses and the Christina Aguileras and all of these people who are like these perfect figures. And I looked up to that. And even I was defeated as a teenager. I wanted to be a singer-songwriter, but I just didn't feel like I was pretty enough to do it. And so I feel like having like stronger people come out being like, having Pink, like she's so body positive, and having Lizzo and having Adele and having all of these people just be like, this is okay. You can live your dream and be different. And it's such an amazing message. And I'm just honored that I'm able to kind of like spread that as well.